Have you ever wondered how Todoist organizes your tasks? Well, in this week's episode, I'm going to show you the definitive guide to ordering your tasks. Hello and welcome to another episode of Working with Todoist. My name is Pullein, and in this week's episode it's all about task ordering, and more specifically how Todoist automatically orders your tasks and how you can actually affect that with some little tips and tricks that I'm going to give you in this episode. Now, I should point out that this is a beginner's guide and anyone can use these tricks. And if you're a power user, then you can use this as a review of some of the tips and tricks that you may have forgotten that Todoist can do for you. Now, before we move into Todoist, I would just like to say, if you do get any value from this video at all, please hit that like button below. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be most grateful if you would subscribe. Okay, let's move into Todoist right now, and I'll show you all the various ways that you can reorganize and order your tasks. Okay, so here we have a typical list of tasks to do for today. Now there's random tasks in here, there's some routine tasks, and there's some home tasks and work tasks. But what I want to do is to show you how the ordering works in Todoist. Now if you don't do anything, technically Todoist will organize by your project order. The only thing is, I found that to be a little bit inconsistent. And it does depend on your past record. So for example, I probably had home folder projects at the top of my list on a previous day, and it's just recognized that. I'm guessing that's what's going on. There's a little bit of maybe machine learning going on. So I'm going to stick to the basics here. The first one is to organize your task. The easiest way is to just organize it by flag. So if I go down here, I won't shift click that one, I will shift click this one, oops, I will remove that one, and I will click that one. So I've got three randomly in the middle. If I hit the priority here and we'll give that the blue flag, that's going to shoot them all the way to the top. So that's one way of doing it. And of course, red flags, if I wanted to say, no, this one is the most important today because it's Armin van Buuren and I love his music. The State of Trance album is going to be awesome, I should say. So that would move that one to the top. Red comes above blue and orange comes above blue also. So if I hit that one as an orange, okay. So that's one way that you can order your task. Now, the thing is, things will change if you start adding time. So for example, let's say 7th of June, and I'm going to do this at 2 o'clock. So I'll put 2 p.m. and hit return. That's now going to go to the top. So the time, if you have a task with a time, that is always going to take priority over the flag. So a timed task is the number one tag, if you like, the task that you're going to get first. And you can also, so let's just remove some of those, and I'm going to hit that. I'm going to remove the flags. Let's just remove the priority, and I'm going to remove the time in this one. So those are the main ways that you can do. Now, I don't usually hit times on these because that's what my calendar is for. But if you like to add times to your task, that's fine. I mean, as long as it works for you, that's the only thing that really matters. Now, there's another way that you can do this, but I don't have any shared projects in here. You can actually do your task by assignee. So if you've got sharing a project with a person or several people, you can actually organize it by assignee, and that's fine as well. Now, if I go into my personal here, there's absolutely nothing in there. Let's see if I can find one with several. So let's have a look. I've got objectives here. No, that's not going to work, and they're not going to work. I need to find a project that actually has, let's say I've got one here. Now, one of the things that you can do is if I add dates to this within a project, if I add a date, so let's just go into the calendar view. Let's make that one the 8th, and I'm going to make this one, where am I? Let's make this one today. what you'll see is within the project itself, there's no date order. However, you can change that by hitting the S key. If you hit the S key, that's now going to organize those projects by date. Now let's say I flagged this one as an orange flag, and so that's now organized by orange. So the blue flag and the orange flag are in wrong order here. If I hit the P, that's going to change that round and organize by priority. So P organized by priority, S organizes by dates. Now the thing to remember is that's not going to work in your today view. If I go into my today view, of course, everything is the same date. And if I add a flag in here, for example, I add an orange flag, that's automatically going to jump to the top because it's your today view. But within a project view, it is actually quite different. It works differently within the project view. So I've got one here, for example. So I've got two projects in here. I can hit the S key and it's going to organize these all by date. There's no flags, but if I hit the P key down here, it's going to actually organize this by flag. So it really does depend how you want to organize these. You can do priority, i.e. flags, or you can do it by date. Entirely up to you. Finally, there was another way to organize this, and I did show this last week. So if you actually watched the video last week, this is one of the ways that you can actually organize your tasks within the today view, as long as all the flags are the same. And remember, these have to be the same. If you're flagging these and you've got several flags up at the top, you can't do it this way. You'll see that you've got the drag handle, so you can actually move these around within the today view. This is one way of doing it, but they have to be the same color flag for it to work. So if I give you an example, we'll flag these two as red and we'll flag these two as blue. And so let's just say that I haven't see what's happened here is they've jumped up at the top. If I try and drag that down here, it's not going to work. And if I try and drag this one, say between that one, it's not going to work, because it will always, in the today view, it will always go within the order of your flags or the time or the date. If I go into a project, we'll go back to the project down here, sales. Now I can organize these whichever way. I can move these around and it changes and it stays absolutely, it organizes the way you want it to organize. So keep in mind the today view is essentially a filter. What it's doing is it's taking out all the tasks that you've got set up for today, and it's got this system, or the formula that it's using is so that it actually organizes by time, then flag, and then by project. Although, as I say, the project is a little bit but with over here I can still move these around because they're within the same flag, and I can move these around because they're actually among the same flag. You can move them around within the same flag, but you cannot move them around alternative flags. Hopefully that's cleared up some of the questions. As I said in the introduction, this has been a really commonly asked question, is how do I reorganize my tasks? Well, those are the various ways that you can do it within Todoist. But remember, the today view is pretty static. There's not much you can do within that. But you do have a lot more freedom once you're within the project window itself. Okay, it just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you very much for watching this video. Now, have I got something special to tell you about? The Time and Life Mastery version 3 course has launched. Now, this course is transformative. It will transform your life. If you find that your life is drifting from one day to the next and that you feel that you're not actually achieving your goals, then this course is going to show you how to change that. It's going to show you how to identify what is truly important to you. It's going to show you how to find what it is you want out of life, and then show you the steps that you need to take in order to get there. This course is amazing. The feedback I've got from versions 1 and version 2 have just been tremendous. It has helped so many people, and I want this opportunity to tell you that it can do the same for you. I hope you will take a look at the course, have a go, take the course, and start transforming your life today. This course will do that for you. Take a look, get yourself enrolled, and hopefully I'll see you in the course.